Hello everyone, my name is Abby Bliss White and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to do a fun get ready with me, and I'm going to be using some of my favorite luxury beauty products from the year of 2021. I tried to stick to all new launches from 2021, but I did include a few new to me in 2021 products as well. I'm a little bit of a late bloomer and sometimes I don't pick things up when they first launch, but I have a couple of those in here that I absolutely love, and I will be taking them into 2022 because I love them so much. So today we are going to be focusing on my favorite luxury beauty products of 2021. So if you're interested in seeing how I created this look using some of my favorite luxury beauty products of 2021, then let's go ahead and get started. Hey everyone, we need to put some makeup on this face, and I am basically going to go through some of my favorite launches from 2021. A few of these are just new to me that I discovered in 2021, so I tried to keep it to the new stuff, kind of the best of 2021, but a few items snuck in here from previous years. They're just new to me. So one of the foundations that I wanted to give a shout out to, and this was launched in 2021, and this is the Capture Total. It is the Super Potent Serum Foundation, and I sort of feel like this has not gotten enough love because it's kind of an amazing foundation. Now this is supposed to be a bit more full coverage, and maybe that is why, but even on my more mature skin, this works beautifully. So just in general, I find that some of the more high coverage foundations actually make me look a little bit older. The more light to medium foundations tend to look a little bit more natural, a little bit more youthful, but this one has really nice coverage. It is very hydrating. It has skincare benefits in it. Basically their Capture Total serum is in this foundation, and it's just really a fantastic one. I'm in the shade 2CR, I believe that is Cool Rosy, and I'm going to show you it comes out. It's kind of thick. It's definitely a serum based foundation, and it is just lovely. A little goes a long way, but it is just a really beautiful foundation, and I need a little bit more coverage today. And then I'm using a damp beauty blender, and I am going to pounce this into the skin and immediately feel better because we are evening out my skin tone. Okay, I have a pump of this foundation on, and what I like to do is let it sink in while I do my eyes before putting any sort of powder or concealer on. So we're just going to let it do its magic, but it does leave you with a very radiant glow. It is super hydrating. So I would say this is probably for all skin types, but probably best for more mature, dry skin, and it just has a lovely amount of coverage. It's a little bit glowy, and it really is a beautiful foundation. So, okay, for eyes, I'm actually pulled out my Tom Ford. This is the Naked Pink Eye Quad. I know that not everybody loved this launch from Tom Ford. I believe it is probably best for more light to medium skin tones, but this was one that I just really reach for a lot. It's very versatile, neutral eye, and I just really love it. So I'm going to use that today as my own personal 2021 favorite eye quad, but I also have been laughing because you guys have heard me raving about the Natasha Denona. This is the Glam Palette I cannot give this one enough kudos. So for a more universal pick, I would definitely say the Natasha Denona Glam palette, and I'm not sure if that launched in 2021 or if I'm just late to the game. I'm often a late bloomer on things. I will say that I'm obsessed with that eye palette. Just beautiful. But today I'm going to create my everyday eye look using this beauty. So I'm going to start over here with the Toasted Almond shade and just create a really soft, pretty eye today. Okay, that just creates a really soft, pretty wash on the eyes. And then I like to pop on either a little bit of navy or slate. And I'm going to go with navy today because that is going to kind of brighten up my eyes. And I'm having a little bit of allergies today, so my eyes are a little bloodshot. I did put in some eye drops, but just feel like I want to brighten up the overall look. So this is not a new launch, but this is the Chanel STYLO U, and this is in Marine. So today I'm going to be using one of my tried and true Chanel STYLO U eyeliners. Okay, I've got that eyeliner on and I really like that contrast of the navy or gray along with this naked pink. But to be honest, this looks more peachy to me than it does pink. So I'm going to say I like the contrast between that peach and that navy, or that peach and that gray. I just think it's really pretty, and this just creates a soft everyday eye look for myself. So this may not be the boldest eye look, but I just find it to be super wearable. And I've just been reaching for this a lot since I received it. So next I'm going to put on some mascara. And I'm going to tell you that my favorite mascara is still Chantecaille Faux Cils Longest Lash Mascara. But yes, I did try a few other mascaras this past year, and one that I think is excellent and I do want to give a shout out, and this is actually a clean mascara, and this is from KJAER YEUX, and this is the I'm Possible or Impossible mascara. It is refillable, so I love that, and it really is a fantastic clean mascara, and it has a really nice brush that one side is going to lengthen, the other is going to volumize. So I'm going to use that today. And then I did want to mention that I also love the Tom Ford Extreme Mascara. This was not launched in 2021, but this is one that I tried. So many of you had told me how amazing it was, and it really is fantastic. It is almost so lengthening that I do get a little bit of the dots on my brow bone when I wear this because it lengthens my lashes so much. But overall, I think it is a fabulous mascara. So I am going to go ahead and put this guy on. Okay, I feel better already with my eyeballs on, and then I'm going to go ahead and warm up my skin. And one of the launches that I love was the Victoria Beckham. This is her matte bronzing brick, and this is in shade 2 because I reach for this one all the time. My other favorites are Chantecaille Real Bronze in Goa, that's a go-to for me, and my Sicily bronzer that I use as my all-over glow maker. Those are still making the cut, but as a new bronzer, I would definitely recommend the Victoria Beckham bronzing brick because yes, I love this one, and when I'm traveling I will also kind of just use this as like eyeshadow and stuff so I don't have a ton to take with me. So we're going to bronze up the skin just a bit. Okay, today I'm going to double up on blushes because I have one cream one that I'm in love with and then a powder one that I'm also in love with. And today I'm actually going to use Victoria Beckham, and this one is in Playground, and I love all the colors. I literally use these every day. I think they are fantastic and they're just so easy to use. And the reason I like them is because you can sheer them out or you can build them up as much as you want. So I'm just going to put a little bit of Playground on, and I just put it on from the bullet, and then I'll just blend it out with my IT Cosmetics brush here. The power of makeup, I'm already feeling so much better. And then I like to take a little bit of my bronzer and I like to put it into my eye look. So I'm just going to take a little bit of both of these, and I am using a REPHR brush number 27, and I'd love to give a shout out to REPHR brushes. I would say best brushes of 2021. I really like all of their brushes and use them daily. And this is one that and number 27 is one that I tend to use on a daily basis. Okay, so I love the Victoria Beckham blushes. I think they are amazing. And then I'm going to top it off with my favorite powder blush. And I've been laughing because someone told me I have been saying this incorrectly. I should wear my glasses more often. This is Brazen Rose, not Bracken Rose. I've been calling it that because clearly I can't read. So I apologize, but this is my ultimate favorite, and I'm going to add a little bit of that on top just because we're coating it all on. But this was definitely one of my favorite launches, and I just love them. They really have this really pretty finish on the skin. One side is matte, the other's a little bit of a highlighter, and I love so many of them. I know many of you bought all of them, and I have to say I'm kind of tempted to do the same because they're so darn good. Okay, I got so excited about the blushes that I forgot that I was going to give a shout out to one of my favorite concealers for 2021, and that's actually the by Terry, and this is the Hyaluronic Hydra Concealer. And I really do love this one. And I will be honest, I tend to use this sort of all over my face. I will use like a luminizer, like Charlotte Tilbury's Flawless Filter, and then I will use some of this and just use it as foundation for those quick and easy days. But this is so creamy and hydrating, and I'm just going to put a little bit of this underneath my eyes, and I'm in the shade 200. So I'm going to first take my fingers and use a little bit of the warmth and start to pat that in underneath my eyes, but you can already see it cleans it up so much. And then I have fallen in love with the Sephora number 57 brush, and this is like a concealer brush. And then what I will do is go through with the brush and pat this in and really kind of take it out to the side, give myself a little bit of a temporary eye lift. But can you see it really does brighten up underneath the eyes, but this side needs to be patted in. So just take this lovely brush. It's nice and dense and soft, and I'm just going to make sure everything is all patted in. And then for highlighter, I do want to give a shout out to Lisa Eldridge's. This is the Elevated Glow. I love this stuff, you guys. So I tend to use this underneath my makeup. I'm not going to use that today, but this is what I love for a liquid luminizer. This was launched in 2021, and it is really fabulous. I have two different colors. I believe it's the Atomic Rose and then the light champagne color. But today for a powder highlighter, I do have to say I am so in love with the Chantecaille. This is this beautiful holiday highlighter, and I have been using this non-stop because this just gives you such a really pretty natural glow. And highlighter is not something I necessarily put on every day, but I have been using this one, and I think it's just because it blends seamlessly on the skin. I don't. Okay, it is powder time, and I have two powders to share. One is not new, but it is new to me, and I just talked about it in my last video. But I'm a wee bit obsessed with the La Mer. This is the sheer pressed powder. I'd heard how good it was, but again, I was like, oh, I don't really love powder. Well, that is wrong. I love this powder so much. So if we were doing a live, I would ask you, do you want me to use this one? Or I really do love this Christian Dior. This is the Forever Powder Compact, and I have it in the shade Light. And I also like that one. So, ooh, this is hard. I think I'm gonna go ahead and use my La Mer because I love it so much. But I did use the Christian Dior foundation, and I have to say I do love the combination of that serum foundation with this as well. See, now I'm changing my mind. For me, if I had to pick one powder, and I'm a late bloomer, I would pick the La Mer, and that is the sheer pressed powder. But because I'm wearing the DIOR foundation, I'm going to go ahead and use the DIOR powder because it's so lovely. So I really do like this one, and I do want to give a shout out to this Kabuki brush from Chantecaille. I'm obsessed with this as well, and it's perfect for this. So I just dip it in here, and this is such a really beautiful, very finely milled powder. It has a little bit of glowiness to it, and I'm just going to buff this into my skin. I know, I'm probably the only weirdo who likes to match their foundation and powder together. For some reason, I just feel like they go together and were designed to go together, but I might just be crazy. So I just put a little bit of that powder on. It is so pretty. And then of course I'm going to end with the Glow Maker. And I'm afraid that the Glow Maker is still the same Glow Maker as 2020. And that is the Sicily Bronzer along with the La Mer Fluffy Brush. I still like to finish off my face with this every day. So I take this, put a little bit of this on the big fluffy brush, close that up, and then I will just give myself a little extra glow. And again, another reason I like this is it will just blend everything together. And I will take my Pure Rose Water. This is from Chantecaille, and yep, it's still my favorite finishing spray. So I will go ahead and spritz a little bit of this on. And again, I love that because then I can kind of smooth out all my little frizzies in my hair. And then for lips, we could be here all afternoon if we were going to go through all my favorite lipsticks. I do really love Victoria Beckham POSH lipsticks. I love my Chantecaille lip cheeks. I love my Chanel lipsticks. I'm now obsessed with these Givenchy. These are the sheer matte velvet lipsticks, but one of my tried and true lip products that I use every single day. I thought I might as well use this today, and these are my DIOR lip maximizers. I literally don't know how many colors I have. I just kind of scooped up the ones that are right here on my desk, but my new favorite one that I picked up during the Sephora sale was the lip maximizer, and this one is in mahogany. And it is such a gorgeous color. So it looks a little bit deep in the tube, but it is just perfection on the lips. And this does help your lips plump up a little bit. And now that the weather is a little bit cooler, I really like to wear more hydrating lipsticks because your lips naturally get a little bit more chapped when you're in the heat or in the cold. So I'm going to go ahead and finish my look off today with my favorite DIOR Lip Maximizer in Mahogany. And this is the shade Mahogany. Isn't it just perfection? It's got enough color in it, but it's not too deep, and it just feels so lovely on the lips. So love, love, love the DIOR Lip Maximizer in Mahogany. If you don't have this, I would say this is a definite must. And of course, we're going to finish with fragrance of the day, and I was pulling out some of my 2021 releases, and there are several that I love, but one that I wanted to give a shout out to, and the one that I feel like wearing today, and that is from Ex Nihilo, and this is Honor's Delight. And I absolutely love this fragrance, and I've done a couple videos using this very soft gourmand scent. So this is in the Gourmand genre, but it's also a very pretty, soft, floral musk with some gourmand touches. And maybe that's why I love it so much, because it's got that little gourmand touch. It's got some warmth to it, but it's very feminine and pretty. And I just thought it needed a little shout out because this is a fantastic release. Oh gosh, it smells so good. So this one is another one that just makes me super happy. It's got a very invigorating opening to it, but it also has this very soft creaminess from the sandalwoods. It's got a light layer of florals from Orange Blossom and Neroli, which sometimes those can be a little bit overwhelming on my skin, but these are very tempered, very light, a little bit floaty. And then it's got this powdery iris in it, and I think that's it. It's a combination of a light floaty florals, powdery iris, and then it's got this really creamy base of sandalwood and cedarwood and musk. So again, if you think of iris as being slightly powdery, and then the pillowiness of musk, light florals in there, and there is a note of ambrette. That is one that I personally really like. It almost adds a bit of cleanness to the fragrance, and so I call this like my soft gourmand. So if someone's asking me for a gourmand recommendation, but they're new to gourmands and they don't want something really rich, they just want to tinker in like a soft gourmand, and this is the one that I recommend because this is actually a tribute to the city of Paris. So it's very chic, it's very Parisian. You definitely get those vibes. This is one of these fragrances that I would consider an everyday scent. You're just going to smell really good. It is a soft gourmand, a little powdery touch, a little floral in here, but it is not too much of anything. So that's what I would say. Very well balanced. It isn't like this is a rich, deep gourmand, or this is a strong floral, or even a powder bomb. This is very soft, feminine, pretty, and that to me makes it very chic. So this was one of my favorite launches from 2021, and as I was pulling out fragrances that were launched in 2021, I think that I can put together a fun video for you of like my top 5 launches from 2021. So if you're interested in that, let me know. But I have a few fragrances in here that were launched in 2021 that will definitely be lifer kind of fragrances that I love so much. So today I just wanted to spend a little time with you, share some of my favorites from 2021. As we are nearing the end of the year, it's always fun to reflect back on some of the fun launches that happened. And this was just scratching the surface, but these are ones that I know that I love so much that I will take them into 2022 and continue to use them. So as usual, I always love to hear from you. Do you have a favorite product that launched in 2021? Let me know. I still have time to pick up a few things before the end of the year if I need to. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I will be back with another one soon.